All right, friends. So, last video we did a sort of an introduction to Beach Club, which is the new. Um, I guess it's referrals, but it's cooler than referrals. Referrals can be boring. This is the Beach Club. You can earn big rewards for sharing. I think that's probably the best way to say it. Earn big rewards for sharing. So, we can give it up for Beach Club really quickly. That's really nice. So yeah, so this is going to be a lot more practical, a lot more tactical around just how to get started with Beach Club. If you have a position, and if you don't have a position, what you'll need to do in order to get started with Beach Club. So one thing that we can go to first is just really understanding, you know, what what Beach Club is. We already kind of talked about it, but in a previous video, so if you haven't seen that, you should check that out first. But yeah, so basically Beach Club is a way to get rewarded for sharing the Lazy Summer protocol, which, as I said before or in a different video, is really super easy and really like emotionally easy to do, or in terms of you don't have to feel bad about sharing it, because it's just such high quality stuff that you're sharing. And it's, as I said before, it's like sharing a great podcast or a great movie or something. You're sort of happy to share it with somebody else because it's such high quality. Not just the Lazy Summer protocol itself, but the underlying yield sources, the underlying strategies that you're giving users or different people exposure to. Now, the big thing I want to touch on here is what you'll earn, or what you can earn. So summer token rewards is, for me, probably the biggest thing, or the most interesting thing, which is the ability to earn the governance token of the Lazy Summer protocol. But for some people, that might be more practically, or more or less speculatively, protocol fees. So being able to earn real fees, either USDC or ETH denominated, from the positions that you refer. And then lastly is sort of exclusive merch, which I think I kind of like too. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, obviously, because I'm with Summer, but yeah, hoodies, t-shirts, different NFTs that unlock different benefits and stuff like that. So getting really down to brass tacks, what can you kind of earn? So this table gives a really nice breakdown of what you can expect to earn at different TVL amounts, and depending who you are, or depending who you know, or really how lucky you get. You might share a link on Twitter, and James Wynn might open a position on Lazy Summer. You never know, so you should at him or her, and well, no, definitely him, and they might open a position, and that might be your lucky day. So you never know. So, which actually reminds me, I think I might do that myself and add all these big whales on Twitter. So this gives a nice breakdown of what you can expect to earn in fees, in summer earned, and also the equivalent assumed summer value based on those summer amounts that you earn. And within these calculations, we do make a couple of assumptions. We assume the price of ETH is 2,500 ETH USDC. We assume a $250 million market cap for summer tokens, which has a 1 billion supply, which would imply a 25-cent price. So yeah, those are sort of the details that you need to know. And now we're going to get into really sort of the tactical things around how do you get started, how do you get into the Beach Club, to enjoy the summer, basically. So first thing you need to do is, of course, go to Lazy Summer, so summer.fi. And well, you need to summer.fi. Lazy.summer is the protocol. And yeah, we'll launch the app, and you connect your wallet. I've already connected my wallet here, and I already have a position. So any position greater than $100 is eligible to create the beach, to generate a code to enter the Beach Club, if you will. So you just click on the beach club icon here. Then you go to your portfolio, and you'll go to the beach club tab. Now, if you connected the wallet and clicked on the beach club icon in the header, you'll just automatically go to the tab, and you'll see some great. I was gonna say copy, but I guess that's a technical term. You'll see some great, copy, I guess, around what this is all about, what SUMR is all about, what the beach club is all about, and then you'll get into how to actually do this. So it's really, really, really simple, and you'll be able to see, the steps that you need to take. So this wallet, I already generated my code, but this will just be a really easy blue button. Click it, generate, and your code will come right up. And then you can either share directly to Twitter, or you can copy the link. And if you want to have a specific code with a custom name, I won't say the name that I would pick, because I would give up my alt. But you could just click on Discord, and then we'd be able to give you whatever custom name you want, within reason. If it's not taken by somebody else, or it's not, too offensive, basically. And here, once you share your code, you'll be able to track kind of your referral activity. You'll be able to see who has taken action, how much they have deposited, and which is pretty cool, because you can go, bother your friends or whoever and say, hey, why didn't you refer more, or why didn't you do more, or something like that, to sort of kick them into action if you want. And you'll also be able to see and forecast how much you will perhaps make based on different addresses that you've referred. So this is all really great, really transparent for you to see. Then we get down into another sort of great feature for this beach club. Once you've already generated your code and shared it around, is you'll be able to see exactly the cumulative TVL that you've brought in, exactly how much SUMR you've earned, exactly how many fees you've earned. But for me, critically, I think one thing is great is seeing these different milestones where you are. So for me, I haven't shared this code with anybody, so I'm just at the beginning of my beach club journey. But if you want to stay all day at the beach club, all night, all summer, maybe all winter at the beach club, then you can kind of go through all these different levels, and level by level, you can really start earning a lot. And we'll show you throughout the whole way, how you're doing or how close you are to the next level, which I think is really, really, really great. And then, of course, we have this nice simulator here where you can just kind of simulate, how much can I make if I bring in, 1 million in TVL, and then it's easy to do the math of okay, if you think you can bring in 100 million of TVL, you can just sort of multiply the numbers up. So that's cool. Now, the very last thing that I want to kind of touch on here is, well, actually, second last thing, is the beach boat. So beach boat challenge is really a lot more about, it can be overwhelming, I think, sometimes to think, hey, I only need to know people with a lot of money to bring in a lot of TVL, which can sometimes be a little bit unfair and might be demotivating. But if you don't know a lot of people with a bunch of money, you can still participate in the beach club, and you can still enjoy the beach club by doing the beach boat challenge. And some people like the water more than the sand. So you'll be able to generate points or earn points based on two criteria. One criteria is TVL, of course. And the other criteria, though, is just unique users that you bring in. So you, in theory, could really outperform, so to speak, or enjoy the beach club more than somebody who just brought in one whale that brought in a $2 million position or $5 million position versus somebody who, maybe only brought in, maybe 50K in TVL, but it was from, 25,000 different people, all bringing in, really small positions, or relatively small positions. So that is another way to really enjoy the beach club, participate, and earn, really nice, really cool merch. So first one is the beach club NFT, which will unlock different benefits within the Lazy Summer protocol, which more on that once you actually unlock it, which is going to be, I think, pretty great for a lot of people. And then the beach club t-shirt, which is also pretty great. And then the limited edition Lazy Summer hoodie, which I've actually seen, which is actually really nice. So yeah, and all of these are pretty limited. So yeah, you should act fast, basically. Now, lastly, the last thing I want to talk about is just how to share, different ways that you can think about sharing, which is, first, the sort of underlying thing here, underlying assumption is that you have a $100 position already open. So if you don't have a $100 position open, that's the first thing you'll need to do, is open your first position at $100 or more, which is great. I mean, you'll get to experience the protocol, and I think there's a very good chance that you'll probably put in a lot more than $100 if you have it, because you'll see how good it is. And then next thing is that I want to talk about is how to share. So, because there are a few different things that might come up from the people that you know. Hey, the question of, well, why should I? I already have a position in Aave, let's say, or I already have a Morpho position, or something like that. And one great thing that I think is really, really nice is the migrate feature within Lazy Summer. So if you share it with somebody, you can just let them know that we have this ability for users to migrate. So this is, I'm a staunch believer in Lazy Summer protocol, so all my positions are in Summer. But if I had other positions in different lending protocols like Morpho or Aave, I'd be able to easily just one transaction migrate right into Lazy Summer. So if anybody's on the fence, I think that's a really great way to help them get over the hurdle. And then lastly, other ways to share, I think, as I mentioned earlier, is really just reaching out to people that, like, on these different social channels, because you never know who might see it, or you never know what they might do to get involved. So yeah, that's basically everything to do with how to actually get started with the beach club within summer.fi. And yeah, hope everybody enjoys it, and yeah, that's great.